Hey, what's up? So, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant real quick, just because I'm bored and I've been in the bathroom for 30 minutes. And I'm gonna say this: how come the only time we ever really act like we care about politics is around this time? You know, like certain people, they still act like they're politics, but I've never, like, people don't talk about politics nearly as much until election. If you guys really cared about election, then how come you guys don't, do research and stuff like that? Because the thing is, both sides are very wrong in their approachment towards this. Both sides, you know. And I'm not saying every single person, because I've listened to podcasts where people have been able to talk. I've listened to people, talk, like two people on two different sides talk about politics. And the thing is, it's like it's educational. Like, you got to be educational and stuff. Like, I talked to one of my friends yesterday. And we were talking about, so how do you feel about your boy Trump? And I'm like, well, first of all, he is my president. He's my boss because, again, I'm in the army. But I do not physically, I do not, what's it called? What's the word? I do not align myself with politics. I don't, like, because at the end of the day, I'm not educated enough to pretend I know anything about politics. You know, because the thing is, I have a lot of views that go on both sides. I have views, like I told one of my friends, I told him, it was like, hey, you as a woman, you have the right to whatever you want to do with your body. I strongly believe that. On the reverse side, I believe that I should be able to have a handgun to protect myself from home. And I've actually talked to my mom about this, talking about, well, I don't. She was like, well, I don't see why you should have an AR. I'm like, well, to be fair, a semi-automatic weapon isn't an automatic. They're different. They're two different type of weapons. I don't think anyone should have an Uzi or a 240 or even I don't think anyone should have anything like that, or a howitzer, or a mortar, or anything like that. But I feel like people should be able to have an AR-15, a semi-automatic AR-15, not an automatic, because an automatic, what people don't understand is what the difference between an automatic and a semi is. A semi just reloads it. It doesn't. Like when it's automatic, all I have to do is go like this, and it will continue to fire until I let go. That's the difference between an automatic and a semi-automatic. So there's some views on that. I'm in the military, so I respect the military. I respect everyone who's joined. I respect people who don't really like the military. However, in certain things, like people getting mad that some guys didn't stand for the flag, and at the end of the day, it's like, who cares? You have that right as American to have the right to freedom of speech. If you do not like someone, say for example, I'll use say I didn't like Joe Rogan. I could say I don't like him, but what a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people a lot of things that people don't understand, what a lot of people do is they make up stuff, or they're like, well, I found it from this, I found it from this, I found this. It's like, even the news media, and I know I'm not gonna be monetized. I don't really fucking care if I am or not. But the thing is, it's like what a lot of people don't understand is, at the end of the day, I probably should have just recorded this on my phone and sent it here. Oh well. What people don't understand, but at the end of the day, is, at the end of the day, media, it's not freedom of press anymore. It's not. Like, for example, podcasts like Joe Rogan's podcast, I'm not going to say mine, because mine, barely anyone listens to it. Like, I've had like 200 views so far. But, where was I? But yeah, like, some people don't understand that, at the end of the day, media, like, especially news networks like CNN, Fox, NBC, they are affiliated with certain parties. You know, that's why I like when I do get my news, like when I do look at a news article or something like that, I do research on it, because the thing is, it's like they're going to, like a perfect example, when Donald Trump went to Mount Rushmore, right? When Donald Trump went to Mount Rushmore, they were berating him, saying how it's just a racist going to a slave owner. And it's like, well, hold up, that's not fair, because the thing is, 4 years ago, and yeah, I know a lot has changed 4 years ago. But 4 years ago, your guy went to the same monument, and you guys are making it seem like this was a historical moment, and that's not fair. And I'm not defending Trump. I'm not defending any politician. Like, to be honest with you, I'm voting third party. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not going to vote. I don't like the way he carries himself. Like, some of the things I like that he does is the fact that he does, in some ways, he isn't the worst president. He has done some good things. Like, I feel like him doing some of the stuff in the Middle East, I think, was a good thing. Some people might not agree with me, but I do. I don't think that I don't think it's okay when our government's getting attacked. I don't think that's okay. And the thing is, I don't think certain presidents. I definitely know Hillary wouldn't have done that, because Hillary doesn't know what the hell she's doing at all. She put a comment about how this was before women were even allowed in combat in molestas like mine, saying that women are the ones that suffer the most. But it's like, okay, why? Because they lose husbands. Okay, so do gay men lose husbands too. They lose sons. So do fathers. They lose brothers. So do brothers. Like, I get it. The mama bear thing. Cause the thing is, like, I get it, but at the end of the day, you can't have someone be the president, because at the end of the day, they are the leader of the military. You can't have someone like that and then just assume, that they can run it, because she didn't know what she was doing. But I don't think Trump is the best president. And again, I'm not voting for him. I'm probably going to vote third party. But yeah, that's really about it. Yeah, I just think that we need to be more open-minded. I think we need to be, more open-minded in the world. I think we need to be, more accepting of things. And we as a society have to understand that, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. This country is definitely not perfect. This country, is, it's not like, quote unquote, like the golden years back in the 40s, when everyone was patriotic, or back in 2011, where, 2001, where 9/11 happened, where everyone was patriotic, and I get that, that happens. But however, like, I'm seeing people, especially on my Facebook and my, not the soldiers, obviously, because again, we can't do that. But then I see people who have never served, have never done anything, and then they're like bashing the military, they're bashing the government, they're bashing, and it bothers me, because it's like, and there's some of these people, I'm not gonna say any names, but some of these people, it's like I see outside of work. And it's like, you're going to rip on the military, but dude, I'm in the military. I'm in the military. And I can tell you, yeah, this country has a lot of work on, Like, Black Lives Matter, I think, is a great thing, because the thing is, I believe that we need it as a civil servant, as someone who has been in the military, as someone who actually is still in the military. I believe that, no person, regardless of race, gender, religious beliefs, what have you, should be afraid to go to a civil servant. That's the end. That's bottom line. They shouldn't be afraid, And the thing is, people are afraid to talk to them. Like, I've done on my podcast, I've talked to people. I've talked to my friend Vari, and he's been afraid of that. He told me, he was like, I don't feel comfortable talking to police. and that's not right. And I get, and that's the thing. We need to work on people being equality. I think people need to be equal, because at the end of the day, I'm the same. I'm the same as whoever is watching us. I'm the same. We're different people, but we are the same. That makes sense. And that's how I believe stuff. Like I've had people, and I'm not bashing people, but I've had people rip on me saying how, oh, you don't know because of your race, you don't know this because of your gender, you don't know this because of your sexual orientation. Which I don't know if any of y'all know this, but I keep my sexual orientation private because the fact is I don't want it to be a big thing. I don't. It doesn't matter what my orientation is. And I think people need to understand that we're the same as people. So yeah, that's all I really got. Sorry for the rant. I should have put this on my phone so I could actually edit it a little bit, but oh well, fuck it, right?